Welcome to the video series on practicing speaking and answering interview questions from the Cambridge English IELTS curriculum. These videos will help you provide more accurate and focused answers, boosting your confidence when participating in the IELTS speaking test. Wishing you success!
What type of photos do you like taking? Why not?
Well, I absolutely love taking landscape photos, especially when I travel. There's something incredibly satisfying about capturing the beauty of nature, whether it's a breathtaking sunset, a serene beach, or a misty mountain. I also enjoy experimenting with lighting and composition to make the photos more visually appealing. Another type of photography I'm fond of is candid shots of people. I find it fascinating to capture raw, authentic emotions and interactions as they tell stories that feel genuine and relatable. Taking photos like these not only allows me to preserve precious moments, but also challenges my creativity, which I find really rewarding.
What do you do with photos you take? Why not?
Well, I usually like to organize my photos digitally and store them in folders on my laptop or cloud storage. This helps me keep them safe and easy to access whenever I want to look back on memorable moments. Sometimes I also share my favorite shots on social media, especially if they're travel photos or images that I think others might appreciate. In addition, for really special photos, I enjoy printing them out and creating photo albums or even framing them to display in my house. Doing this allows me to relive those cherished memories and gives my living space a personal touch. It's such a rewarding feeling to turn simple snapshots into something meaningful and lasting.
When you visit other places, do you take photos or buy postcards? Why not?
When I visit other places, I definitely prefer taking my own photos rather than buying postcards. I feel that capturing my own photos allows me to personalize the experience and document moments from my unique perspective. Plus, I enjoy experimenting with angles, lighting, and composition to create pictures that reflect how I see the world. On the other hand, postcards are great souvenirs, but they often lack the emotional connection that comes with taking photos myself. That being said, if I come across a particularly beautiful or rare postcard, I might buy it as a keepsake, but for me, nothing beats the thrill of creating and keeping my own memories.
Do you like people taking photos of you? Why not?
To be honest, I have mixed feelings about people taking photos of me. On the one hand, I enjoy it when the photos are taken in a natural and candid way, as they tend to capture genuine expressions and moments. These kinds of photos feel authentic and meaningful, and I don't mind having them as memories. On the other hand, I feel a bit uncomfortable with posed or staged photos, especially when I'm not in the mood or if the setting feels unnatural. That being said, I do appreciate having photos of myself from time to time because they allow me to look back and reflect on different stages of my life. So, while I'm not entirely enthusiastic about it, I don't mind as long as the situation feels relaxed and spontaneous.
Describe a day when you thought the weather was perfect. You should say where you were on this day, what the weather was like on this day, what you did during the day, and explain why you thought the weather was perfect on this day.
I remember a day last autumn that I thought the weather was absolutely perfect. I was in a small coastal town with my family, enjoying a short weekend getaway. The weather that day was ideal. It was sunny but not scorching, with a gentle breeze that kept everything fresh and comfortable. The temperature hovered around 22 degrees Celsius, which was just right for outdoor activities. During the day, we decided to go hiking along a nearby trail that offered breathtaking views of the coastline. The clear blue sky and the golden sunlight made everything look vibrant and alive. After the hike, We had a picnic on the beach, enjoying the calm sound of the waves and the cool touch of the breeze. It wasn't too hot or too cold, so we could relax for hours without feeling uncomfortable. I thought the weather was perfect because it created the ideal conditions for spending time outdoors. It allowed us to enjoy nature to the fullest without worrying about heat, rain, or extreme cold. The combination of pleasant sunshine, refreshing air, and mild temperature made the whole day feel serene and memorable. Even now, I look back on that day as one of the most relaxing and enjoyable experiences I've had.
What types of weather do people in your country dislike most? Why is that?
In my country, people tend to dislike two main types of weather: extreme heat and heavy rain. Both of these weather conditions can be quite uncomfortable and disruptive in daily life. First, many people in my country struggle with extremely hot weather, especially during the peak summer months. Temperatures can sometimes rise above 35 degrees Celsius, and this intense heat can make it difficult to go about daily activities. It causes exhaustion, dehydration, and can even be dangerous for vulnerable groups like the elderly and children. The heat also leads to air pollution, making the air quality worse and creating health risks. On the other hand, heavy rain, particularly during the rainy season, is also widely disliked. While rain is essential for agriculture, excessive rainfall can lead to flooding, traffic jams, and overall inconvenience. Streets become flooded and commuting becomes a nightmare. People also dislike the humidity that comes with heavy rain, as it makes the air feel sticky and uncomfortable. Overall, people in my country tend to dislike these extreme weather conditions because they affect their comfort and daily routines, and they can also pose health and safety risks.
What jobs can be affected by different weather conditions? Why?
Various jobs can be significantly affected by different weather conditions, particularly those that involve outdoor work or are closely linked to the environment. For instance, construction workers are highly influenced by the weather, especially when it comes to rain, extreme heat, or cold temperatures. Heavy rain can halt construction projects due to safety concerns, while extreme heat can make working conditions unbearable, leading to fatigue and dehydration. Similarly, extreme cold can slow down progress and increase the risk of injuries from slipping or frostbite. Another job that can be impacted by weather is agriculture. Farmers are directly affected by the weather as it determines the success of their crops. Droughts, for example, can lead to poor harvests, while heavy rainfall can cause flooding and damage crops. Additionally, workers in transportation, such as truck drivers or pilots, can face significant challenges during adverse weather conditions like snowstorms, fog, or high winds, which can reduce visibility and make travel dangerous. In short, jobs that rely on outdoor conditions or transportation are particularly vulnerable to the effects of the weather, and their performance and safety can be severely impacted by extreme weather events.
Are there any important festivals in your country that celebrate a season or type of weather?
Yes, there are several important festivals in my country that celebrate specific seasons or types of weather. One of the most well-known festivals is the Mid-Autumn Festival, which typically takes place during the harvest season, when the weather is cool and the moon is at its fullest. This festival is celebrated with family reunions, moon gazing, and enjoying traditional foods such as mooncakes. It is a celebration of the autumn harvest, and the pleasant, cool weather adds to the atmosphere of warmth and togetherness. Another example is the Tet Festival, which marks the Lunar New Year and is closely linked to the change of seasons. It usually falls during the spring season when the weather is mild, and it symbolizes new beginnings, renewal, and growth. People celebrate Tet by visiting family, giving gifts, and enjoying seasonal foods like sticky rice cakes. The arrival of spring and the pleasant weather play a big role in making the holiday feel fresh and joyful. These festivals are deeply connected to the weather and seasons because they reflect the natural cycles of the year and are a way for people to appreciate the changes in the environment as well as to bond with family and community.
How important do you think it is for everyone to check what the next day's weather will be? Why?
I believe it is quite important for everyone to check the weather forecast for the next day. The weather can have a significant impact on our daily activities, and being prepared for it can help us plan better and avoid inconveniences. For instance, if we know that it's going to rain the next day, we can carry an umbrella, dress appropriately, or even reschedule outdoor activities. Similarly, if we expect extremely hot or cold weather, we can adjust our plans accordingly, ensuring that we stay comfortable and safe. Moreover, checking the weather can also be important for safety reasons, especially in cases of severe weather conditions like storms or heavy snow. Being informed allows people to take necessary precautions, such as staying indoors during a storm or driving cautiously in icy conditions. In short, staying updated on the weather helps us manage our time, protect our health, and make well-informed decisions about how we go about our day.
What is the best way to get accurate information about the weather?
The best way to get accurate information about the weather is by using reliable sources such as official meteorological websites or weather apps from trusted providers. Websites like the National Meteorological Service or global platforms like the BBC Weather or AccuWeather offer up-to-date, accurate forecasts based on data from weather stations, satellites, and advanced models. In addition to these, many people rely on weather apps on their smartphones, which provide real-time updates and personalized notifications based on your location. These apps are convenient and accessible, allowing users to check the weather at any time. However, it's important to ensure that the sources you rely on are trustworthy. Social media and random websites may sometimes provide incorrect or unreliable information. So, always cross-reference forecasts from several trusted platforms to ensure their accuracy, especially when preparing for activities that could be affected by extreme weather.
How easy or difficult is it to predict the weather in your country? Why is that?
Predicting the weather in my country can be both easy and difficult, depending on the season and the region. In general, weather patterns can be relatively predictable during certain times of the year, especially during the dry season when there is less variability. However, during the rainy season or in regions that experience unpredictable weather patterns, forecasting can be quite challenging. One of the reasons why weather predictions can be difficult is due to the complexity of our climate. We experience tropical monsoons, which bring heavy rainfall and fluctuating temperatures, making it harder to predict sudden changes in weather. Additionally, there are factors like humidity and local geographical features that can influence weather conditions in unpredictable ways, such as sudden storms or unexpected temperature drops. Meteorological technology has advanced significantly, but the weather is still influenced by many variables that can't always be fully controlled or understood. Despite these challenges, meteorologists rely on sophisticated models and satellite data to provide the most accurate forecasts possible.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us in today's interview. Wishing you good health and the best of luck.
Thank you very much, sir. I also wish you good health and the best of luck in life.